What up? Watching another episode of Dallas C. Bonics where we talk black. And bro, I just seen something that really disturbed me. You know what I'm saying? I just seen something. I just really wanted to share this with y'all. An article put out by CBS News that say Breonna Taylor billboard vandalized with red paint splattered across her forehead. As if she was shot in the head or something. Bro, it's just sick. The mind of these people. And you know what this remind me of? It really remind me of Emmett Till. Because y'all know Emmett Till's grave site has been shot up several times. This is a child, bro, that was murdered back in the 50s. And yet they continue to shoot up his grave site as if he was a monster. And the white woman that claimed that he whistled at her already came out and admitted that she lied, and yet they didn't arrest her. They was vandalizing Emmett Till's gravesite so much, bro, they had to put an alarm system, bro. They had to put an alarm system on this boy's grave because people don't know how to act. I'm talking about, bro, the KKK was going and having meetings at his tombstone. Bro, what is wrong with these people? You know what I'm saying? Bro, they vandalized Breonna Taylor's billboard with red paint on her head as if they shot her in the head. But what makes it so sick is Breonna Taylor was asleep in her bed. They already came out and admitted that they was at the wrong house, and yet they still won't arrest nobody. Still, 5 months later, won't arrest nobody for her murder. And bro, it's just sick, bro. And when you read the comments, people talking about, oh, where's the billboard for the little white boy? It's like these people really just want us to bow down and submit to them. They just want us to shut up. Like old girl told LeBron, they just want us to shut up and dribble. They don't want us to speak out about nothing. They don't want us to say nothing. Like, it's amazing the overt disrespect. Like it's crazy. And that's not all. That's not all. Bro, it's a story that just came out about George Floyd. I shared it on Facebook. I'm going to put the link in the description. I'm not finna go through the whole article. But the Fox came out. Minneapolis officers attorney alleges George Floyd overdosed on fentanyl and says charges need to be dropped. Bro, the article say that they talking about it was a white dot on his tongue, and that they saying that was heroin and the man overdosed. Bro, the whole world sat there and watched them murder that man on camera. The whole world, we saw him be murdered on camera, and they still find themselves not guilty. This is the reality of the world that we live in, bro. What are we gonna do about this? See, and I know a lot of us remember back in the day we used to say, oh, if this was the 50s and the 60s, I would have da-da-da-da. Nigga, what are you gonna do now? This is what's going on right now. What are we gonna do? Bro, I'm not finna sit here and pretend like me sitting here doing all this talking is actually doing something. What are we gonna actually do? These people are murdering us and then mocking and making fun of us and then finding themselves not guilty in front of the whole world. What are we gonna do about this? I just don't understand. And so I try to think, okay, so what are our options? What actually are our options? I know that supposedly George Floyd people had went to the United Nations. I don't really see how that's benefiting us, because the United Nations clearly don't give a damn, because they've been going to the United Nations for a while now. They've been saying we need to go. The United Nations clearly don't give a damn. So what is our other options? What other options do we have? Because we don't need a 10-year plan. We don't need a next year plan. We need a right now plan. We need a right now plan that's going to get us some kind of justice, that's going to get us some kind of progress, because everything we've been doing now is taking too long. Everything we doing now is just taking too long. I heard people saying, oh, the solution is economic independence. And yes, that is a solution. However, black people are still out here killing each other in the street over dumb shit. Black people are still fighting and hating on each other. Black people are still robbing and looting black businesses. We need a better plan, bro. Economic empowerment is taking too long. It's too many, like, that's not working. You know what I'm saying? Fast enough. So what is our plan, bro? We need something that's gonna work now, not something that's gonna show a little bit of progress in 5 or 6 years. What are we gonna do now? And so I was just thinking, bro, like, okay, what if we maybe linked up with another country? What if we, got some international allies? Cause see, the other countries, they don't wait 5, 6 years to do something to somebody that do something to them. Yeah, they figure out a plan to do something right then. You know what I'm saying? They figure out a plan for today, So we need a plan for right now. Okay, we can link up with one of these countries, but then I ask myself, who is our friends? We don't have any international allies. All these other countries have been watching them belittle us and murder us for decades, for hundreds of years. All of these countries have been seeing this going on, and ain't nobody reached out to us. Ain't nobody gave us a helping hand or said nothing on our behalf that I done seen except for one, and that's Kim Jong-un. Yeah, North Korea, the one that America tell us to be afraid of, that they tell us to hate. Yeah, he spoke up about us. And let me read to you what he said. I'm gonna read to you what he said. My phone finna die too. Let me read to you what he said. He said, it's an article. I'm gonna put it in the description too. It says, until Africans start practicing their own culture, they will never develop. And by Africans, I really believe he's talking about us, because the Africans over there ain't never done nothing for us. They've been seeing us over here struggling, and they ain't never spoke up for us, and they ain't never done nothing for us. All they do is sit over there and tell us that we need to get over it. I just put a video out about that. They don't give a fuck about us either. So I feel like he's talking about us, and he says, this is what he said, I wonder how the whites successfully convinced Africans that polygamy is a sin, but being gay is okay. How did we allow them to do that to us? That's amazing. And it's also amazing that other people recognize how weird that is, and we don't. He said Africans should learn on how to practice their religion. Until that day, Africans will start practicing their own culture. They will never develop. Globalization has never helped any country or continent. So if any Africans must succeed, they should never take global standard as a way of life. Practice what you know best in accordance to your culture. This falls into what I be on. We gotta separate. We are not the same as these people. I know in a nice, perfect world we want to say, oh, we're all human beings. We are not the same as these people. We are not the same. So we need to separate, regroup, and figure out what we need to do. It's time for us to start practicing our own culture. It's time for us to be an independent nation again, like how we was before we came over here. We was our own independent people. And this is why it's hard for a lot of people to understand black people, because they say, oh, if you want a black dating site, a black, y'all want black schools, y'all want black this, black that, black that. That's all racism. It's not that it's racism, it's that we are our own individual nation of people. And we have been stripped of our identity, and we have been given a new one, which is American. And deep down inside of us, that's still in us, and we still want to cling to our own identity. It's time for us to separate and go after that. It's just sad, bro. We need international allies, bro. We need somebody that's down with us, that's not afraid to speak up about us, and that's talking about helping us. Bro, whatever we doing over here is taking too long, bro. These people are overtly disrespecting us every day right in our face. And the whole world is watching, and ain't nobody doing nothing about it. So what are we gonna do? We need a plan. Not a tomorrow plan, not a 10-year plan. We need a right now plan. And I ain't got all the answers. So somebody holler at me.